I mean, football always comes down to a few plays here and there. Offensively, we needed to capitalize on a few plays. Defensively, same thing. So that's just the biggest thing. It's a couple plays that we wish we can have back.
Ari.
In terms of what Deshaun does for the offense, what most impresses you about what he did today?
He's always had the ability to extend plays, find the open read, and then just make phenomenal plays after that. He's just a phenomenal player, and I'm always happy to have him back there leading us.
Mark Berman.
Is this loss any tougher given how it developed, how it came out as compared to the other ones y'all had to deal with this year?
Conference games always hurt a little bit more, and then having been able to fight back into it and come back and then go into overtime, it's definitely stings a little bit more. Especially, like I said, it's a conference game, and these always in our mind count as 2 wins.
Last question for John McClain.
Offense, you guys have scored 30 points 2 games in a row for the first time since the Miami Kansas City game last year. What's been the big difference the last 2 games for you guys?
I feel like the biggest difference is just guys are finally coming out playing a little bit looser. We've been struggling to get things started, obviously, the first 4 games and not being able to get that W. So finally going out there and getting the offense moving a little bit and getting relaxed, get that first W, and being able to come back out here and feel a little more relaxed.
Aaron Reese.
Hey, Darren, how does it make you guys feel as an offense when Romeo kind of puts you guys in the position to go win the game for you guys as he did today on that final drive, going for it on 4th down twice and then opting to go for the 2-point conversion?
It's definitely a huge feeling of trust. Like, if he gives you that ability to run the offense and just go out there and win the game for us, and we just want to go out there and keep on building on that confidence that he has on us.
Great. Thank you so much, Darren.
disappointing is it to play as well as you did and lose? And also, what were your options on that 2-point conversion pass that was batted down?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, regardless of how I play, it's all about the W. It's all about winning. So, yeah, that was tough. And the 2-point play, of course, we wanted to get one-on-one coverage with Duke. And then they played it, jammed them up, and I had to move a little bit. And Brandon was coming open, and he was, after looking, I think he was the only guy that was really open. And right when I threw it, I got around 54, but 98 was coming back, and I think he got his shoulder pad or he got something tipped off of him. But, Cobb said it was right there, but he just got a hand on it. But, yeah, that could have been, the possession to put him away for good. But, yeah, we still had the opportunities, and we just didn't capitalize as a whole team.
Mark Berman.
Deshaun, is this loss any tougher to take given the way the game developed and it was right there for y'all to win it?
I mean, every loss is very tough. And then, of course, being a division opponent on the road where we had them, it's even a little bit more tough. So, yeah, this one definitely hurts. But we gotta, just keep pushing forward. It's still a long season. I think this is game 5, and so we got, however many more, 11 more. So we gotta, just continue to pile them up and see what happens.
What did you think about Romeo being aggressive there on that 2-point play and trying to basically put it out of reach if you get it?
Yeah, I mean, that was the idea. So, they gave us opportunity. We had the opportunity, but, it just didn't connect. You got to give Tennessee props, 98. He did the same thing last year, if you guys remember. We played him here in the same end zone where he kind of rushed and popped out and he tipped it up and then picked it off. I think Evans picked it off. So, yeah, now we, in the future that, we got to expect some type of P-dropper in the low red and, try to get me to step up and, create some movement up front. But, yeah, we should have had that one.
Aaron Wilson.
Hey, Deshaun. Going forward, do you think that this could be something of the offense's identity? And what did you think of the way Tim Kelly called the game? It looked like you guys made some changes and were a bit different today.
No, I wouldn't say we were different. We were doing what we were doing. I mean, we just had more opportunity to take shot. We stayed ahead of the chains. We took advantage of getting a 3rd and short and capitalizing on there, and we had opportunity to take shots, and we did that. We did what we needed to do. Offensive line played, a really good game and gave me a little time to make the threes down the field, and that's what we did. So it was nothing different that we did. We just, continue to just build on that.
Ari.
Hey, Deshaun, how would you evaluate the rushing game all season and also today?
Yeah, we're building. It's a lot of moving parts. We gotta, every team is different. Every scheme is different. So we got to be able to, figure out what the scheme of the defense is trying to play and what we want to attack. So, getting David and Duke the ball and let them work in space and find the holes and just continue to build on that.
John McClain.
Deshaun, you guys have scored 30 in back-to-back games and you've thrown 7 touchdown passes. You feel like now you guys got to score a lot of points to win from here on out?
We always wanted to score touchdowns when we touch the ball. That's our idea, regardless of what the situation of the game is. My idea is to get points on the board every drive. And if we don't have that mentality, then we're doing something wrong. So we just got to continue to do that and score as many points as we want to. If we can score 100 points, I would. So it's nothing to, with the team or anything like that. We just want to score points and put up, and bring the energy for this whole team.
Last question for Brandon Scott.
Hey, Deshaun, how have the intermediate routes and some of the shorter routes that have been implemented into the offense over the last few weeks, how does that help with the flow of the offense and keeping you guys in a rhythm?
You just got to stay ahead of the chains and keep those 30 manageable, second manageable, so we can have opportunities to get first downs and, get in, opportunity for guys to, get the ball out quick. And, a lot of teams, every team we play is not going to give us the deep shots. They know we like to take those, and we got a lot of talent that can go deep. So they're going to make sure that, they're going to make us trickle it down the field and have those long drives. And that's what we got to do. I got to take what the defense give me and not force it downfield.
Thanks, Deshaun.
Thank you.
JJ, is this loss any tougher to take given the way it played out versus what y'all been through in the past? The fact that it was winnable, but y'all gave up over 600 yards on defense.
Yeah, this is one of the tougher ones I've had. This one really hurts. It was offense played great. Gave us opportunities to win the game, and we did not finish the game on defense. We had multiple opportunities, and we didn't do it. And as a leader of the defense, I put that squarely on my shoulders. So this one is very difficult to take.
JJ, what did you think about what Derrick Henry did today and the difficulty it was for y'all to contain him?
Yeah, he's a good player. I mean, you got to tackle. We got to tackle. We had situations where we're there, we don't make the tackle, and if you don't tackle a guy, he's going to run and score, especially a guy that talented, that good. So we did not do that. They had a good game plan. Obviously, Henry had a great game. Tannehill had a great game, and we did not.
Aaron Wilson.
Jay, when you think about this defense and the personnel you have, do you feel like it's a situation where you guys aren't playing to the level that you can, or are you concerned that there need to be more changes made going forward for the defense to give up less yards and give up less points?
If we do our job and we tackle, we're all right. We didn't do that. So that's never going to win you games. When we do it right, it's good. But we don't do it right anywhere near enough. Nowhere even close to the realm of enough. So it's extremely frustrating when you know what you can do when you do it right, and we're not even close to doing it right a lot, too often.
Brandon Scott.
I guess along the same lines, JJ, do you feel like you guys are close? It seems like right now maybe sometimes there's some inconsistency. Sometimes you guys do it, and sometimes you don't. Does it feel like at least that you're close?
We had a chance. The offense gave us a chance to win that game today, and we didn't do it. Despite everything else that happened, back and forth, obviously getting turnovers in the red zone, blocking the field goal, and missing. There's opportunities, and there's times where we do it right and we do it well. And at the end of the game, when it mattered the most, we didn't. And that's what really hurts.
Adam Wexler.
JJ, when Romeo goes for two right there, he's obviously trying to put the game out of reach. But and win the game. Do you also think he's showing any lack of confidence in the defense and being able to stop them even in the final 2 minutes?
I don't know. That's above my pay grade.
Did you like the call to go for two there?
I don't know. That's above my pay grade. I don't know what you're supposed to do there. I don't know.
Mark Berman.
AJ, you were very disruptive out there. Do you feel like where you're at now, you're at top of your game or close to being at the top of your game? How would you analyze it? I know you're focused on team and you want to win, but in terms of how you're playing.
Yeah, I feel like I had opportunities today, took advantage of a few of them, and just needed to make one more play to get a win. And I didn't do that. So like I said, I'll put that on me. I got to go out there and make a play and win the game. And I didn't do that at the end. So I got to find ways to make more plays.
Last question for Aaron Wilson.
JJ, the play action game, we talked about that during the week before you guys played them. You guys were well aware of it, knew about it. What makes it so tough? Is it the threat of Henry because you have to respect that so much? What is it about their play action that makes it so effective? Thank you.
Yeah, when you have a running back that can do what they do and a running offense that can do what they do, and then also a quarterback that can throw the way theirs does, it makes it very difficult for a defense because it keeps you honest at all times. If you don't respect the run, they're going to run it on you. And if you don't respect the pass, they're going to pass it on you. So you have to be extremely disciplined in what you're doing as a defense. Everybody has to be doing their job at all times. And if one guy or two guys don't do their jobs, it can make for a massive gaping hole. And unfortunately, we were in that situation a few times a day, and they were able to take advantage of it. They're a very good football team. They deserve a ton of credit. They do what they do very well. And like I said, we had opportunities to stop them and win the game, and we didn't do it. So give them credit. They're a very good football team.
Thanks, JJ.
the touchdown, Romeo was saying that you guys had prepared for the Wildcat, which they've done before with him, including throwing it. Your advantage on that play, what did you see? And just in general, your thoughts on how it went against him. Obviously, he had a lot of yards and some success, especially late in the game.
Yeah, you're talking about the Wildcat play, the final play of the game?
Yep.
Yeah, they went Wildcat. Quarterback went out to the right. I tried to switch, which means when my teammates just switched, I went to go guard the quarterback, move Roby on number 11, and it was just power. You know what I mean? Get the ball to 22, and then try and force it in.
You guys talked all week. Everybody knows, what he's capable of. You talked about it days ago. What makes him so tough to stop? I mean, there really aren't. I think the last back this big that ran that pass probably was like Eddie George.
Yeah, he's a special talent, man. One of the biggest back in the league, but still has speed to him whenever he gets out in open space. Tough challenge for us. The guys fought hard throughout the whole game, brought it to overtime. We just came up short, so just disappointed in the end result. But we're a team that's going to keep on fighting.
Mark Berman.
Justin, how much more painful is this loss the way it developed? That was right there for you to win. You gave up 600 yards to their offense. How much more painful was this loss than maybe some others?
The ones that are close like this that come down to a wire always hurt a little bit more. We had opportunities to win, and we just came up short. Couldn't get that last stop on defense. Give our offense another shot to go out there and go drive the ball and score and win for us. So definitely disappointed. We're just going to get back to the drawing board. This team has a lot of fight, and, we just have to do better. Justin,
JJ said, as a leader of the defense, I put that squarely on my shoulders. What do you think about that?
JJ, I think, had a great game. Made a lot of plays, really stepped up his leadership role. But it's on all of us. It's on all of us as defense. It can't just be on one person. We're a team, and we all could have done a couple of things a little bit better. I know there's a couple plays that I'm going to look back on the game and, woulda, coulda, shoulda, but it's not the way the game turned out.
Christy Rican.
Justin, is it difficult to deal with the fact that y'all did have some good plays and y'all stopped them several times, but then there was just that inconsistency where you weren't able to do it at all times? Does that make it more upsetting that you can do it, but sometimes you just weren't consistent?
Yeah, definitely got to be a little bit more consistent. It just hurts a little bit more when the game comes down to a wire like that. We have an opportunity to win. We're up late in the game, and those guys, give them credit. They're a talented team, still undefeated. They came in and they won the game. We had opportunities to win, and we didn't take advantage of them all. So we got to just move on forward to Green Bay and just move forward.
Adam Muxler.
Justin, on the final play of regulation, the touchdown that he threw to A.J. Brown, how prepared were you guys for him not to spike it? Obviously, Roby had good coverage, but were you expecting him to clock it?
Yeah, I was a little bit disappointed in the call, especially seeing the replay with his knee being out of bounds. But, when it's that close and you leave it up to the officials, you might not always get the result that you want. So it's just a disappointing ending to the game. Roby had a hell of a game, made a fantastic interception, had a couple other PBUs. So it's just a tough way to end it.
What do you think of Romeo's decision to go for 2 after your offense's last touchdown?
Yeah, I don't feel bad about it at all. We wanted to win the game, and I support that aggressiveness. It worked out for us last week. And had we converted on the 2-point conversion, this would be a totally different conversation. So it is what it is.
Aaron Wilson.
Justin, consistency, if you guys knew how to achieve it, obviously you would have already done so. But to look forward to the rest of the season, do you feel like this defense, having made a few plays, is capable of putting something together and kind of reversing the trend that you've had in the first 5 weeks?
Yeah, we have the ability to make plays. We have good players. We just got to do it not some of the time. We got to do it all the time. And that's going to be the challenge that I'm going to put on myself and on other guys in the locker room, is to be consistent. Do it at every play, not just some plays, not just the second half, but from the start of the game to the end of the game.
Last question from Mark Berman. You're on mute, Mark.
Oh, I'm sorry. How tough was it for you to take, Justin, when you hear that Derek had 212 yards rushing and 52 yards receiving?
Yeah. I say he's a great player. He had 94 on one run. You know what I mean? So he's just a special back, man. We just got to do a better job containing him. But give him credit, man. He's a top tier talent in the league. We look forward to playing him every year. We're going to have another crack at him coming up in a couple of weeks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Justin. All right.